A tooltip is useful if you want to highlight information on a graph or chart. In this video, I'll show you how to design and prototype an interactive tooltip like this using Figma. Let's get started. To create a tooltip like this, start by drawing a rectangle with a width of 176 and height 90. Next, draw a polygon with a width and height of 40 and flip it vertically to create a tooltip pointer. Select both shapes, align to center and set the spacing to -24. Choose Union Selection. Change the radius to 2. Add a stroke of 1 outside and apply a shadow. Create the content that will be displayed inside the tooltip. The width of the content should be the same as the rectangle, which is 176. Add a padding of 16 and a radius of 2, like in the shape. Select the content and the shape. Align it to center and top. Group them. Draw a line with a width of 24, stroke style, dash. Select the line and tooltip content. Add auto layout with spacing of -8. To move the line behind the shape, change the auto layout stacking order to first on top. If you want an easy way to draw these chart lines, check out the video above. I'll copy this and use it to place the tooltip. If you have multiple graphs like I do, lock one graph and work on the other. Draw an ellipse with width and height of 10. Add a stroke and fill color of your choice. Place the ellipse on the curves in the graph. I'm using the back arrow on my keyboard to do this, so I don't accidentally move it out of the frame. Rename the ellipse layers for better organization, then duplicate and place them on other points in the graph. Lock the first graph and move to the second one. Repeat the same process, adding ellipse, renaming and positioning them on the curves. I'm going to lock the graph container, and this frame is where I'll place my tooltip. Before duplicating this frame, I'll count the number of curves on it to know how many copies I'll need. There are 7 points, so I'll duplicate it 7 times, making it 8 frames in total, including the original frame. Leave the first frame as it is. Copy the tooltip component and place it on the next graph, aligning it with this point on the graph. This way, when they hover on this point in the first graph, the tooltip will display on the corresponding point in this graph. Move to the next frame. Paste the tooltip on the appropriate point and repeat the process for each frame until you've covered all the curves on the graph. Duplicate and repeat the same process for the second graph if you're working with multiple graphs. Once you're done, select all the frames and create a component set. Unlock and select the graph container. Use the multi-edit feature to make changes to this specific section across all the frames at once. Select the first ellipse, then click on Select Matching Layers to select all matching ellipses across the frame. Go to Prototype. For the first ellipse, this is the corresponding frame. Change the trigger to while hovering. Move to the second ellipse. Press Ctrl plus Alt plus A to select matching layers across the frame and link them to the corresponding frame. Change the trigger to while hovering. Repeat the same process for all the other ellipses. Go to the second graph and repeat the same process for all the ellipses in it. Copy the frame without a tooltip and paste it into your design. Play the prototype. Now your tooltip is fully functional. If you prefer not to have the hint ellipse showing on the graph, here is what you can do. Select all the ellipses in the graph and remove both the fill and stroke, so they won't be visible but still work for the tooltip interaction. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.